All right, 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 all right. Welcome back, episode 4, Let School Hard Mode. For me, I'm just coming off of episode 3. I paused the stream, I started uploading the video, took a quick walk around, hydration break, all the good stuff. It's important. Started the episode 3 uploading to YouTube. So if you're watching us there, all the good YouTube algorithm stuff, like, comment, subscribe, helps out a lot more than people think. It really does matter a lot. If you're watching on Twitch, same idea. Like, follow, subscribe, comment, talk to me, all the good stuff. But we're at the start of episode 4. We just passed our second year of the school. It's kind of crazy to think about, right? Episode 4 just finished our second school year. We had 39 students passing. We got a little bit of bonus money from passing the exams and upgrading to school rank 3. Going into this third year, we're going to need more classrooms because we're going to have more students that we're bringing in. We have Mudford. We've now gotten up to 100% happiness. They're providing us 25 students a week. These students are still poor, so they're only providing us $71 a piece. But we know we're doing well with what they need as far as passing. And then we have our other students. Let me see what's the best way to get to their neighborhood. I think this is them. We have our other students here, Theater Boulevard. 7 students per week that are going to be coming in. They are very rich, so they are providing a lot of money, but they do have this explosive temper trait that makes them a little bit harder to manage. Discipline above 80 will lead to improvement on these students, so we need to start cracking down a little bit as we have some opportunity. I don't know if we're going to have that opportunity this year specifically, but it's something to think about. So we need at least 2 new classrooms. That's the TLDR of what all I've been trying to highlight there. And we did a thing at the start of the last episode, pretty early on in the last episode, maybe not exactly the start. We finished our research on superior teaching. Superior teaching comes with the ability for teaching KPI, which we have in place. We talked about that. We're getting 20% more efficiency out of our teachers, but our homeroom teacher takes a little bit more of a taxing experience there. And we have additional classroom features, including some DLC content that comes through from these researches that allow us to build slightly better classrooms. So what we could do, we could take this classroom, we can copy it over, we can paste it down here, and then we can go through the individual classrooms and upgrade some items if we wanted to, and try to take, really what we'd be aiming for is taking this level 2 to a level 3. Right now we've got that second level, which is 130% teaching efficiency, which isn't bad. It's a pretty good place to be, in all honesty. But if we can make it a little bit better, it's going to make our students a little bit better. So things to consider there. I'm actually not upset with these classrooms right now, so I think I am just going to, for the sake of keeping things moving, we're going to try to drop them in pretty quick here. Got a classroom there. Copy it again, swing it around so it faces this direction. Make sure we have it lined up. I talked about doing another store there. Maybe I should put this classroom tucked in over here. Look at that. It fits beautifully here. Fits beautifully. Actually, with that in mind, I'm going to put a classroom over here. So this gives me an idea of how much I can do with the other shop that I want to build. And I think that's okay. I don't know how that was going to fit beautifully. That looks like... I guess the wall takes up a little bit of that space, and I guess that's why. But anyway, there we are. We're looking good, feeling good. What do we want to do? We want to make sure this icon, we want to try to match it up, because this is going to be a classroom that corresponds to here. And then over here, this is going to be our turtles, our starting neighborhood. Want to make sure they're available. Now we're going to need some homeroom teachers for this. We don't have any idle teachers currently, so we're going to be plucking them from our researchers or needing to hire new teachers. Let's take a quick look at what our teaching, what our hireable teachers are looking like. Science is important for us. We've got a 35 learning potential over here in science. Gives us a great avenue to get this teacher up and running and maybe start transitioning to some of those higher level students that we looked at that require the bike rack. We talked about them last episode. So I'm really thinking I like that. And then with a starting of 21, also pretty good. Management 14 can run a classroom. Humanities, we've got Peter that's still looking pretty good. He's got that 36 learning potential, 20 base teaching. I'm actually pretty happy with that. I'm going to hire both of these guys. Nancy, I like the look of. She's got some decent research under her belt with that 35 potential. Learning can also make her a decent humanities teacher if we are going to aggressively expand. Having the additional humanities teacher behind us wouldn't be bad. But in the short term, let's go ahead and get these additional teachers in here. We're going to drop him in, and we're going to drop Peter in. Do we want to drop Peter in? Let's take a quick look. We could pull Martha's currently a researcher, and Yolanda's currently a director. I'm actually going to pull Martha in, and I'm going to put Peter in research for the moment. And that also opens me up. I want to take a quick look at our researchers. We have 4 desks, and we have some room to add in another researcher. What we can do, we're gonna need to play around just slightly to make this happen. We can drop our playground back to our headmaster, which allows us to go back over here to our research. Bump that up to 20. That's going to allow us to have another person in there. And Nancy has a base of 15, which is higher than some other people. So we're going to put her in there too. It's kind of trying to round things out a little bit. We do want to go back to our management screen here a little bit. We got a few problems that we want to identify or want to work on. One of which is our management departments. We're going to have to dive into this a little bit. And this is another reason that I was okay going ahead and hiring that teacher and putting them in research just in case I forget. But they're probably not going to stay there long because I need another director, I think. I want to look over this and see if we can do it without setting up a director. But our headmaster is really taxed. We've got a maxed out capacity over here. We have 7 capacity over here, which might be enough to get us around our problems. Oh, that's not the right one. That's the right one. If I can click on the right things, that gets us, we're at least stable. As the next building we build, we are going to need another manager. But for now, at least, we're moving forward. So this is a year 2. This can be year 1. This is also going to be our year 1. It's perfect. These guys are coming in with decent teaching efficiency. Okay, so actually, the level 2 classroom on its own is only 110 teaching proficiency. It's the fact that these turtle classrooms are underneath this manager, which has this teaching KPI with the 20% bonus that's bumping us up to 130. Excuse me, I got a little bit of a cold going on. So we do want to make sure we get those other classrooms wrapped under a manager sooner rather than later. But for now, we're doing all right. We need to be looking at furniture hygiene. We've got an umbrella stand we can put down that provides some umbrellas to the kids. Keeps them from getting the wet negative trait if it rains. Just want to make sure we drop a couple of these into some of our hallways, not blocking that door preferably. I do want to move this classroom. I don't know if I want to move that classroom right now. That may be something that we just do at the end of next year, put in our third turtle classroom over here and keep everything in a line. And then at the same time, we can add a second floor for our additional whatever this item is. I don't know what that is. Looks like those Russian stacking doll kind of things. But we can add a second floor over here for our third classroom with our problematic students, and allows us to start building out another line of classrooms for our other neighborhoods that we're wanting to pick up. So leaves us in a good spot, but things that we can work towards going into next year. The other thing that I want to take a look at, cleaning supplies. I want to make sure we've got some potentials to clean around here. Drop in a few of these just to keep things looking good, feeling a little bit cleaner where applicable. Drop one over here too. Nice and clean all around the school. We don't have to worry about that as much. All right. Things are looking good. We don't have management capabilities right now, so we definitely know that we're going to need another management room. I don't know that I have a manager that I want to move over to that room right now. We can build the room itself and take a look at what we have. I think that would be okay. Who do we have that's qualified? Miss Lynn is a homeroom teacher. I'd be okay pulling her, actually. Our chief researcher, not ideal, but our chief researcher has a management of 14. We have a researcher that has a management of 15, so it would be an easy swap to pull her and rotate somebody else in. Miss Lynn is our strongest humanities teacher, so I kind of want to get her out of the classroom so that if I have community service scheduled for that classroom, I'm not pulling Miss Lynn. And since she's our classroom for our level 3 teacher, I think that's an important thing to consider here. But for the sake of building out a little bit more, we are also going to take our chief researcher because I think that's an easy swap. Our researchers themselves, we've got our 15 with Nancy. Peter has a 15. Patrick has a 13. Patrick could also make a pretty decent homeroom teacher. I'm okay considering swapping him. Who do I put in the homeroom teacher position over here? Joey Young is a science teacher, but I'm not really using him for anything. And Martha back there. Martha's our strongest sports teacher. Not a huge difference, truthfully, than Yolanda. And Yolanda's a director. I just need to get her trained up a little bit. Okay. We can totally make this work. We are going to pull one of our researchers. It doesn't really matter which one. They're all about the same. Let's pull Nancy. It'll be fine. We can drop off our management there a little bit. We can actually drop it off a lot because we don't need the extra person right now. And that's going to allow us to go back into our management room and kind of adjust things around a little bit. I don't have a homeroom teacher over here. Something important to consider. Who is going to be a homeroom teacher? Probably needs to be one of our researchers. It's gonna sting a little bit taking that researcher away, but we're gonna put Peter over here in this homeroom position. All right, we're going to have a set of teachers managing our difficult students. Let's see. I guess teaching KPI is probably the best, just to make sure they're moving forward and getting the learnings that they need. Why is my headmaster not assigned to the headmaster's office? That was odd, wasn't it? All right. Over here in this one, proficiency of managed departments and all corresponding staff salaries by 5%. Or reduce salaries of managed employees. We're going to reduce salaries, and we're going to start looking at our places that have people working in them. So our shop, our other shop, we should have our food tent. What is this? Our tea room doesn't have anybody working in it. Playground, bathroom, employee break room. None of those have people assigned to them. We do want to use up some of our management a little bit more efficiently. Move people underneath the directors or management offices that have a little bit more space. Just to kind of keep things moving and grooving and our headmaster a little bit less stressed. And up here we can see this is a very dirty classroom, or a very dirty area of our building, so we're also going to take some time. There's a broom and dustpan right there. Very odd indeed. Okay, we would love to get our training room set up over here. Training room requires 18 squares. I'm thinking we could go out like that. And then yeah, something like that I think looks pretty cool. Not sure, 1, 2, yeah, I don't have enough room to fit in another management room there. But that'll be all right. Our door for our training room, put that right over here, I think will be fine. And then inside of our training room, what this is, it allows us to put in these desks, and for each desk we have, that represents a teacher we can train. So we can put in a couple of those, drop in some tables, some bookshelves. Oh, hit the wrong button. Oh, hit it again. Drop in some bookshelves. Not sure why it won't let me put in a third one right now, but that's okay. We'll leave it alone. I don't think I'm gonna have that many teachers training. Actually going to use one of these candlesticks too, because it does such a great job of providing a ton of light. And then wouldn't mind pulling up our decoration score just slightly. I would like to train these teachers pretty quickly if we're able to. I'm looking at some of our what are these things, the aesthetics. Looking for some decent aesthetic scoring items. Humanities bookshelf, maybe? Why not? Seems like something we could put in. Gave a +10. Alright, that'll be fine. Gives us some capacity for more training. Alright. It's not clean over here. I don't know why. Let's try moving this to this side. See if anybody will clean it. What else do we have? All right, we'll get to our schedules in a second. I'm feeling pretty good. We've spent a lot of money, but it leaves us in a decent spot. We got a lot going on. We got a lot of potential here, right? We can train a bunch of teachers at the same time now, which is something that I want to start looking into, right? So Miss Lynn is about as trained as she can be on the teaching front. I could up her management a little bit if I wanted to make her a little bit of a better manager. Now that she's holding classrooms, that might be something that I want to do. I'm not in a big rush to do that. George Young is currently a homeroom teacher, 38 potential, is a science teacher, and currently at a 21. It's passable. Our art teacher, we know he needs to go up. I've said it before. We got to work on our art teacher a little bit. So let's get going on that. Who else do we have? Gregory Young, still there. Humanity teacher Peter at a 36 potential. Nancy, humanities, 35. Our chief researcher. Yeah, okay. Gertrude has a 30. She's currently a director. Good management score. Her teaching's not that great. We could work on bringing her up a little bit. Ralph is doing all right. Our sports teachers are struggling a little bit. We've got Yolanda. That's a director. She has a 26 potential and only 8 teaching. And our other sports teacher, I can't even find right now. Who's our other one? We got Yolanda. I thought we had 2. I'm pretty sure we have 2. Who's our other sports teacher? Did they quit? I don't think they can quit. Yolanda, yeah, we know her. Okay. Where? No, I know I had 2 sports teachers. Oh, Martha's currently training. Martha is our second one. She's currently training in the homeroom, our headmaster's office. Okay, I was panicking. I was really concerned. All right, I do want to get Yolanda going a little bit more. She's currently a teacher and a managing director. Because she's a director, she is going to have the ability to teach easily without interrupting anything. So we want to get her some training in. George. Start working on you. Who else do we have in the short term? Peter. Peter's our next strongest teacher that we want to get going. Now, we're running really low on money. And especially with these trainings pending, we're going to be hurting. I want to clear out our schedules so that we can really focus in on what we need to do for these classes. All right. Our level 3 students, this is where things get fun, right? We got everybody is already passing in these level 3 starter students. So what we want to do, just very simply, we're going to have 25 days of volunteer work. And this is just all out there to try to make sure we're getting some money coming in. Lack of a better way to put it. We can have them work on some Tai Chi, weight loss if we wanted to, some circle time, everyone takes a seat, inspired by nature, outdoor class, enhance pop, music club talent. I don't think we really need to do anything with that. I am going to do the Tai Chi weight loss, just in case they start eating a lot of desserts or something, they'll stay on track while they're volunteering. I don't think it's really going to matter, but we'll put it in there. Our level 2 students. So these are our level 2 delinquent students. They need art and sports, and we don't have a lot of options with art and sports currently. We don't have our morning session that's going to make them a little bit better. So we're just going to put in Martha for some training here. Take a look at where they're going to be. After 1 day of sports, they potentially got what they need to pass. We're going to do a day of art and see if that gets us there too. Actually, we're not. We're going to take Patrick out. We're going to do another day of sports. And then we're going to do a couple of days of art. And the reason for that is we've got Patrick that's training currently. And then this last week, we're going to leave it open. We might come back to it. For now, we're going to put in community volunteering just in case I forget to reevaluate the schedule. But with this schedule, these students would pass which is all that we really need them to do, right? We just need them to pass, nothing special. And we still get 7 days of community service, so I'm liking it. Year 2 of our turtle students. We got a couple of people that are not passing, a little short on humanities. So what we're going to do, we're going to toss in a morning reading. We're going to double check. Yeah, we got nothing going on over there. And we're going to let Miss Lynn, who is our best humanities teacher, teach them really quick. And that's going to bump them up a good bit. Quite a good bit. That would put them at a 46. To keep our level 3 or year 3 open, we'll do a year of logic or a day of logic training. That will bump everybody up to almost 66. We could do another day of morning reading to solidify for next year. In a lot of places we already have it. But again, just making it easier for next year. And then I think after that, we're just going to do some community volunteering. And again, the big reason for this being chance of money. The more money we're bringing in this year I'm really hoping to be our last survive the school year. We're playing it a little chancy, but I'm hoping this will be the last one we need. All right, over here, these students haven't come in yet, so we are fine without a schedule. All right. Looking good. When we unpause, we get the opportunity to have an objective for this school year. I'm going to target this field trip one. Prioritizes dispatching, so I want to make sure we've got students always being dispatched on a field trip, but we do get money out of it as well as some small bonuses. We've got to send 5 field trips over the course of the school year, which is a little tight to manage, so we're going to go ahead and get started on that right away. We're going to send this class 2-1 to go out on the field trip. And we've got 13 students ready to come in. So we're going to admit all of our Mudford students. We're going to grab all of those Mudford students and we're going to assign them to our turtle classroom. Then we're going to go back to our potential students, grab our Theater Boulevard, hit a objective for having 50 students, grab all of those students and move them to there. All right, now that we have students assigned in these classrooms, we can work on their schedules a little bit. What I'm going to do for this class, this is our turtles. We're going to put our logic training in. We're going to have a day of science. Note that it is opposite of our other turtle class. Then we're going to do morning reading, kind of same thing here. We're going to rotate in for Miss Lynn. And with 2 days, all of our students would have everything that they need. I think we're going to do another reading day just to solidify it a little bit more, make sure everybody has what they need, and do some community service to kind of fill in this schedule. Again, more opportunities to make some money. Over here, we could, Yolanda is an 8. Our art teacher is an 11. I mean, I guess we're gonna have to do something. We'll do art there. I guess we'll do another day of art. And that should get them everything that they need from the art perspective. And then we can start rotating in some basketball. Going to have them in a very good spot. And then down here, just some volunteering to kind of round out the week because they are currently set to pass. And it's going to get a little bit better too. As Patrick finishes his training, he's going to get a little bit stronger, get them a little bit more knowledge. And overall, this schedule gives us, let's see, we got 8 volunteering opportunities there, 12 is our running total. 20, 26, and 46 total opportunities to gain a little bit extra money. Super important to think about. Our money is actually looking pretty solid right now. That's bringing in some more students. Tuition's coming in. Year 3 students will be taking their graduation exam. Good to be thinking about. Some new job applications, a new semester has begun. Yeah, I want to give them a speech. I want to empower these students to do what they need to do. All right, I want to do a calm opening. They're happy with it. Let's talk about academics. We want to praise everybody on their exams, because everybody did pass their exams, so we're going to commend. Good job, everybody. And we're going to give that scholarship to keep people excited and working towards success. And we're going to give a loud cheer, because you know what? We did it. They're satisfied. We got a 61 out of 100 on our speech. People are energized. Let's get going. Temperatures dropped. That's something that we're going to need to be looking into. All right. Another thing, we are low on drinking water. We need to look into our tea room. We got more students on the way. Let's go ahead and get a couple of those tables in. We are short on ladies' restrooms. Not really ideal. Especially since we don't have a place to put another ladies' restroom. Can we upgrade any of these toilet stalls? Do we have that? Is that a thing that we've done yet? Let's see if we edit. No, we don't have upgradable toilet stalls. Yay. The worst part is we don't need many. We need like 2. 2 stalls. I guess we could clone the bathrooms and put a set of bathrooms over in this other building. Clone this, and even if it's just for now, we know we're not putting a classroom over here right now, so maybe this is the right idea. We can do this. It gives us what we need. It's going to give us a lot of hygiene and things as well. Headmaster, it's freezing here. The classroom is cold as a freezer. Please build heating furniture to resolve this. Alright. Resolve frigid classroom. So, this is part of our problem. We haven't done the research for heating yet, and these simple stoves give +5 on the temperature. They're not great. We would need a couple of them to move up, because 16 is our threshold for a happy classroom. So we are currently 8 degrees below that. We would need at least 2 in every classroom. That takes up a lot of space, and quite frankly, it's not something I want to do. So I'm just going to ignore that for now. We're going to keep things moving. I'm going to keep things moving and see what we can do without it. Yeah, you guys are cold. I get it. We're probably going to need an infirmary because everybody's going to be freaking sick this year. We got kites that we can sell. Yeah, analyze the puddle. That's fine. Do kites sell over here? They do. Let's sell a kite instead of a jump rope. Our class found an extra $1,000 out volunteering. That's going to help a lot. As soon as this research is done, I'm thinking we're going to go ahead and shift over to temperature and lighting. That should help us round things out a little bit. let's go ahead and 1 day for temperature and lighting. What are we looking up here with our researchers? We got room for 2 of them without asking too much, right? What do you actually can't share any points. We can move somebody around. Get it. So yeah, we have potentially 2 researchers if there's a teacher that we want. We don't have a bike rack for her. Otherwise, Deborah Miller, I'd pull in a blink of an eye. We only have 1 art teacher anyway. Oh, that would have been great. Pamela, I don't need. We will just make do. Grab a couple of dollars from some achievements we hit there. Our students are continuing to progress nicely. Martha finished her training. Feels pretty good. That does give us a training slot open. Is there anybody that we want to train? Training potential. Miss Lynn, potentially, but I'd rather use that money on getting other people set up first, I think. Nancy is a 35. She's a chief researcher. We could put some research points into Nancy so that we research a little faster. A humanities teacher at a 35 potential. I've got some other humanity teachers that are doing okay. I don't feel like it's a huge demand for that. Maybe it is just get our researching up a little bit. Do a few rounds of research training. We'll take that small % chance to succeed, and we did it. Good job, us. All right. We met a rival school. Oh, gosh. We got a fire on the campus. That is not great. Where's our fire? Fire is over here. Put one of those down. Some firefighting equipment in all of these places. All right, good. The fire's out, so that's good. All right. We don't have an external dispatch going. We need to make sure we're back to back on those. This other neighborhood that we have unlocked is another very rich neighborhood. These kids are naughty. They increased management difficulty, potential bring contraband to school, and delinquent conduct. Discipline is increased, and they are heat adverse. So rich kids that need science and sports, as well as a bicycle shed. I don't know that I really want those students. They seem problematic. The tuition would be great to have, but everything else kind of is rough. I do want to make sure we're trying to hit our dispatching goals. I don't know if we're going to hit it with 1 dispatch. It takes us a while. I mean, what was that, like most of a day? Maybe we'll hit it. Maybe. It'll be close. Let's speed up a little bit here and get things rolling. Finances are pretty daggum tight right now. What in the world do we have going on? Not enough seating in the break room. Somebody is trapped and something is broken. Oh, the entryway broke, which is why we all of a sudden didn't have enough of anything else. $11 new student applications. This is great news. Let's grab these students. We are going to come over here, and our students that are not assigned to a classroom, these are these guys. And where are our other students? Student applications. These guys, admit all. Bring them in as well. You guys are not currently in a classroom, but you will be. Welcome to the Turtles. We have one very upset student. The student is terrified and frozen. Their satisfaction's down. You guys are just going to have to hold on. I have to finish the temperature. It's not beneficial for me to put multiple heaters in a classroom like that, so we're just going to have to wait. Sorry, it's going to be the way of things. I'm okay with it. You're going to have to be okay with it too. Once our income gets a little bit more solid, we're not there yet. I know it looks like we're okay, but it's about to be the end of the day, which means we're going to have to pay some bills, and then we're going to have training rolling over and stuff too. We're investing a lot in training our teachers right now. So once our finances get a little bit more stable, I do want to look into getting the dessert shop set up. I think that's going to be very beneficial for us. But like I said, this is the year of getting finances in place. And some other key things. Probably should have deleted that girl. She had a management training already completed, which is nice to have. But it's fine. Oh, our temperature and lighting can't finish fast enough, honestly. Really need to make sure we get that done. They gave us roasted potatoes. How nice of them. For completing the quest that we actually didn't even touch. Also, we're 41 minutes in, and we are on day 2 of this year. I know we had to do a lot in getting ready for this year and getting it started, but I feel like I'm moving kind of slow sometimes. There's a lot going on in this game, a lot of things to manage. Alright, you've lost your wallet. Please help me find it within 5 days. I remember dropping it in your class 1-1. Alright, so this little side quest is we have to find the wallet that is usually on the ground. They said it was near class 1-1, but I don't see it in there. I don't see it in any of these classrooms either. It's usually like a little brown, like coin purse looking thing that's on the floor. I wonder if it didn't spawn in yet, because the quest just started. Let it run for a minute while we check this other building. Don't see it over there. Make our way back over here. This was classroom 1-1. We got a new application, so I do need to pause it so we don't lose out on getting those students in quickly. All right, let's work on the students. That's a priority, right? Let's get you're coming in. You are going to that classroom, and you are coming in, and you guys are going to that classroom. All right, we got a couple of stressed out teachers. Let's see what we can do about it. You're going to need a little bit of management help from above. And you are going to need a little bit of management help from above. Now, everybody's happy. That should be all of the students that we have coming in for this year, I think. Still don't see that wallet. Normally these quests are super easy. Don't need any teachers right now. I'm investing in the teachers that I have. There is my heating equipment. That is good to have. We got some sick people. Let's go ahead and build an infirmary. While we're thinking about building an infirmary, we got to think about a place to put an infirmary. Honestly, it'd probably go really good over here in this classroom that's currently 3-1, but I don't want to move those students around. Not enough food. Excuse me. Why am I editing a classroom? I was clicked over here. Obstacle was found? What kind of freaking obstacle was found? Oh, it's at a limit on how many are there. Huh. Well, that sucks. I don't want to build another food tent. And we don't have cafeteria finished. Alright, well. Let's think about what we're going to do. Because we're going to need a doctor's office, the infirmary, and we're going to need a cafeteria. Let's look at where we're going to put these things. We could build a quick standalone building back here, which I think is a decent option. Just plop that down. We'll put in a small cafeteria and the infirmary, and we can always build and change it later. Alright, we finished that dispatch. That's good. That's $3,000. That's pretty much the exact amount. Not pretty much. It is the exact amount of what we just spent on foundation over there. What's up with you guys and your little paused calendar thing? Lack of knowledge. No knowledge is gained when a course is stalled. Unlock new courses through research. We're in 2-2. Oh, yeah, okay, so that's fine. You guys are passing with that. Also, we unlocked a couple more things down here, so what we're going to do real quick is make a few quick adjustments. We can do vocal practice here to get more out of art, which we know we're going to want to do. And it pops us with that course because we're going to get enough knowledge that we're going to need that. All right, same thing over here. We're going to do this morning jog. Kind of make that a little bit better. Make those students a little bit stronger. There we go. We're doing fine. We're in a good spot. This wallet is perplexing to me, though. I mean, it should be in here. Normally, it's just like under one of the desks or beside one of the desks. It did say classroom 1-1, right? I don't see it. I don't see that wallet at all. Oh, you know what? I do. I saw it just for a quick second. There it is underneath that desk. Let's move that desk for a moment, pick up the wallet, and then we can slide that desk back into position. Boom. That was well hidden. All right. Our students are still unhappy with the temperature. Let's go back to our furniture. We have finished our temperature stuff, and we have a heater that gives +5 with some stars. That's not really ideal because our classrooms are really cold at 8 below. I don't think we have an option. I think we're going to have to put in 2 heating elements into each classroom. Those are expensive things to consider. Ugh. I don't love it, because at $1,300 for that, or it's the same as this one, so even $1,000 per classroom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's $5,000. We're at $10,000. We can't keep them angry, though. Oh, yay. They're so expensive. It hurts to have to put these in. It hurts so bad. All right, we're broke. Broke as a joke. Hated having to do that. We might have to take a loan this episode. This was supposed to be our get better financially. No class struggles there. Okay, okay. Why is stuff continuously breaking? What is going on with that door that it breaks? All right. You are a researcher, Mr. Lopez. A researcher. I mean, we could just give you another teaching proficiency real quick. Drive that up a little bit more. All right, what is broken? Cracked wall. All right. Weird that we're cracking walls out here. Oh, infirmary is almost done. We can start cafeteria. I think that's going to be a huge pickup for us. Huge pickups. Huge things underway. Infirmary is done. Start on cafeteria immediately, please. What do we have up here? Yolanda. Yolanda is a director, and she's finished her teaching training. We'll give her 2 management training. All right. 2 new student applications. I honestly figured we would have been done with students at this point, but I'm not upset by it. That will be the last of our students. Okay. Let's get a door. The door might be subject to move. Yeah, let's go ahead and move it over here. It'll be fine. And then we want an infirmary. An infirmary has to be 18 squares. I want it to be a little bit bigger, because honestly, building infirmaries are usually a pain. Drop a door in there. Need 1 of these. I don't know how many of these I end up needing, but we need 6 beds in the infirmary. 1. And we're broke. We can't build an infirmary because we are broke. You don't have enough teaching ability to maintain your class. We'll have to start looking into that. But since we've got the training room, upgrading management by a point or 2, or a training session or 2 for some of the teachers is not going to be bad. All right. George Young, who is a homeroom teacher, and actually I think was the homeroom teacher that we might have just had to borrow some research or some management points for. We'll give him quick management training. All right, so we are about to start day 3. We're starting, we're a little negative right now. We paid the bills, but it's okay. At the start of the day, all of our students are going to rush in. They're going to pay us our daily tuition, and we're going to spring back to life. But we are at 55 minutes. I'm trying to keep each one of these episodes under an hour, so I'm going to pause real quick, stop the stream so the video cuts off, start that transfer to YouTube, and I'll be right back with our next episode. Thank you so much for watching, and if you are on YouTube and you made it this long, like, follow, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff that helps the algorithm so much. Thank you so much.